Hello and welcome back to another one of these commentated Laserforce videos. In today's video we're going to take a look at a medic game by Lyte. I am Dimihawk. I am joined today by Rodak.
Yep.
Ninja Jack.
Hello.
Guy next door.
Hello.
Lyte himself.
Hello.
And 2K King.
Yo, how's it guys?
Alright, so let's just dive straight in and take a look.
Look at that, he came sixth.
Well, that's expected for a medic though. Interesting that you guys decided to try to go for the double off the start.
Did you hit it?
No.
They got half of it. Was there a reason why you wanted to go for it straight away?
He asked for it.
Oh, okay.
Well, in this particular night, we played a few games, and there was a lot of games where the resupply ended up dying out, like, really soon.
Like either of them, or specifically the medic?
Specifically the ammo.
Oh,
there was, I think, 2 or 3 games where the ammo died out within, like, 4 or 5 minutes. That's a good attack.
Yeah, King going for the reset on me.
One of them was when Noldor, he was new to the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
thing, so it was like, okay.
Yeah, I think with what was a bit difficult here, in my opinion, was that like the ammo is meant to be the more aggressive.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see what was going on around these corners because I had to play medic.
Yeah.
Now, if I was playing ammo, I'd have been able to call it better because I could actually see. So,
but
then there was times that I forgot, Rich is a newer player.
But this is what I mentioned to you, because this is the heavy game that I had told you guys what to do in terms of how we were going to defend green here.
Yeah, we took your approach on it.
But I found that Rich probably wasn't, as you say, kind of aggressive enough, or sort of as an ammo being. I mean, you can kind of see with the stance, he's not really prepared
For someone to come around.
On his left side.
on his left side, yeah.
One thing I did
Because
note, leg placement isn't in the right position.
No.
So we're going to talk about this
He
this
actually should
situation. Let's pause it. So, we'll pause it here because there's a number of things like that I wanted to touch on. But, obviously, like, being a resupply game, most of the commentary is about the resupply. So, to continue on with what you were saying, firstly, we preface all of what we're talking about not having to go at anyone. A lot of guys are still learning positions, and in this particular instance, Rich has been playing for a month, 2 months?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this might have been one of his maybe second resupply games.
Yeah. So he's still learning, and to be fair, he did a pretty decent job.
Yeah.
So this configuration that you see here is one that King really digs. He can see people coming in both doorways to his left and his right. He has Rich has the ammo facing towards the door into Red Disco, which if you're looking at Kamikaze, he's looking directly at it now. So he can watch anyone coming through that door, and King can watch anyone coming in from Green Disco. In this configuration, you should be able to hold out a commander and a scout because, worst case scenario, King is the heavy, should be able to take down the commander coming through it, in one hit. And even if he gets taken down, Kamikaze should be able to take down whoever's following.
I think also in this configuration here, those points are very valid. But if you've got the dominant player as a medic, he has to be very loud. Like he has to be because when people start coming back to get resupplied, like Rich Kamikaze has to have the lead from the medic, and if you're not very dominant as that position, you don't say, okay, we're gonna hit Ninja Jack now, we're gonna hit Double King. You're like,
things start getting mixed up
that's when things start to break down.
So there's a couple of instances, and we'll get to them in a minute, but where King's just taken out an attacker coming in, and one of the more important things is making sure that your heavy is full, right? So resupplying them at inopportune moments leaves your resupply exposed. So being able to quickly resupply him when he's just taken down a commander or whoever is paramount. And there's a couple of occasions here where it's like maybe 2 or 3 seconds delayed, which really slows the process down. It gives their commander, if the commander comes in, gets taken down, and then you wait 3 seconds and then resupply the heavy, there's a window there where the commander can come back in where the heavy is still down and hit your resupply. So making sure that you're on the ball with the quick resups is definitely key. One thing that I preach when resupplying is having one person really dominate the resup pairing. So be it the ammo, usually it's the ammo, but in this case it would be the medic, because Lyte is been playing for longer, has seniority, I guess, but more experience to be able to lead Kamikaze. There are a couple of occasions in this video, again we'll get to them, where there's long periods of silence, and to me that's wasted opportunity to give somebody who is a newer player some direction as to, okay, when we both come back online, we're going to resupply King and then resupply each other, or something similar. That's yeah. Does anyone want to say anything else?
The other point about like the ammo in this case is, and the aggressiveness sort of nature of that ammo should be, is actually at this point maybe he should just back off and let Jackpot sit on that wall.
Right.
Because now he can focus on resupplying, including resupplying Jackpot, and now Jackpot is effectively being the lookout in this scenario.
Because Jack's the commander, right?
He's 3
in this game, yeah.
Yes.
So normally you would expect in a game where Jackpots come back for play. When Jackpot comes in for his resupply, maybe taking your position as the heavy.
I think the thing was, in this case though, I actually hadn't got enough to be able to sufficiently push out.
Yeah.
So now you can see I'm like, give me 2 and I'll go.
Yeah.
So I've gone, Jack's now taking my position.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what you've got... Oh, you've got 37 shots of this.
See, now we've got 2 scouts back.
Again, one of those scouts should be where the ammo is, and the ammo should tuck back into that corner.
Yeah. As soon as the resup comes back in, the ammo I reckon should drop back. Maybe a step or way back to this.
He should come back around where the medic is currently standing. Because
right there, right there is a bad example, because you start getting the interference.
Yeah.
You don't want your resupply player
But
between
also,
the resupplies.
when you've got this many people back, they start focusing on resupplying as opposed to doing what they should be doing and watching the door, which is why you need a scout to then take up that position.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, just with a little more notice.
Okay, there we go. So if you heard me calling scout, and then he'd still be looking at the door and I'm going scout.
So his problem is that he not only he's not listening for or can't hear you, but he doesn't know which scout you're talking about, because there was 2 scouts back, and he also doesn't know.
In that very instance, there was only Chen standing on that wall. But like
I can't see where Trev is though.
He's around this corner.
Yeah, he's just gone to the left.
So in that case, it was just he told me after the game, I just couldn't hear you, and I was like, all right, this is my bad. I was too quiet. Normally, like, I don't know, like.
That comes back to like him dropping back next to you and being able to take that direction.
Yeah, I think also with new players as well, like we need to, like, just saying scout or commander or heavy. I think we should I'm starting to get into it, like I say, or kamikaze, to get their attention, because there's a lot. Even though it looks like it's pretty simple, there's still a lot going on here, because we're looking at both doors. There's a lot sort of.
Well, if Kamikaze drops back next to Lyte,
it's easy.
Lyte can actually physically point out, okay, we're going to resupply that scout, we're going to resupply that commander, or whatever. You can actually give him visual cue of, okay, this is exactly where we're going to go. So we've had a few debates about like how much conversation needs to be had around the resupply.
Yeah.
I've got a very vocal approach. Someone like King, who's been playing for like 10 years?
Yeah, about that, if not more.
Yeah. He's got a quieter approach, but he's at the point where he will expect the person next to him to know where we're going. we've got a new an influx of newer players who've been playing less than a year, competitively anyway, and they don't have the experience to know where he's sort of looking, or just that feeling you get of this is the person we should be resupplying. So being very vocal about who it is that we're supposed to be targeting is really important for newer guys to then get a good feel for the game and develop that chemistry. And
yeah, absolutely.
The problem that we're seeing here is now in Disco. So Disco is pretty cramped anyway. There's 2 ways in. The scout there needs to really be pointing the gun at a door rather than having it like waving around in the air.
Yeah.
Like he just don't care.
But like you were saying, it's this whole mentality of people coming back for resubs just have this, I need to get full and go. They forget that they're actually falling back into a defensive role.
Oh, this is the game with trips as ammo.
Yes,
This is the infamous.
This is the infamous trips as ammo game. And in fact, probably later in the spoiler alert, later in the game, we're going to see the red ammo come down.
See, the only problem with Kamikaze there is that his gun is only facing one way, right?
Also, he's not moving when he gets shot, so he just gets reset.
So, like, even if he's a bit more, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but even if he's a bit more square, it's easier to get, like, if a scout does come around, he needs to get easily reset.
That's his role though. Like where he is now, he needs to trust that King's going to take anyone coming in from green base.
Because where he should actually be, that person can't see him, they see me first.
And he needs to trust that the heavy's going to do that. Just like the heavy needs to trust that whoever's standing there is going to clip whoever's just there coming through that door.
Right, like in this point we should have been resubbing the scouts, but he was too focused on the...
That's right, so the scout should have been kind of where he's standing and he needs to move back.
But see how active you're now being? That's kind of the role reverse that needs to be. You need to sort of... The thing is, by just standing in that one place, you become a very easy target every time because someone knows exactly where you are.
Yeah. Especially if you're the medic. You understand that see Carl just then... I mean, the medic stands there anyway, so you know he's going to be there, but
But also that takedown, as King was just around the corner, he easily took out the scout. There was a scout, I don't know if you noticed that, but there was a scout there which he took out. So that relieved now pressure on like a medic, you know. So like in that particular case, him standing at that door waiting for someone to come around worked.
And this is partly what I started to struggle with because he was down too much. I couldn't get resupplies.
He wasn't moving back away from
And if you take a quick look at the takeout now that I've seen that Kamikaze is standing right in the middle, and especially Lyte, you're starting to do this little ducking motion. I'm starting to get the easy hits because I know King can't get me if I just step into the doorway. So I think that actually worked a little to your detriment because I was able to start getting those really low down hits without having to push past King.
It was mainly just so I knew what was going on because I couldn't, because Kamikaze wasn't really saying like, you can see the lights coming up that wall, but unless you're really quick, you can call it for the heavy before they get around that corner.
So as the ammo, you're almost meant to be further around that wall as opposed to just standing there square on ready to go. You're actually kind of meant to just be peeking your head, looking.
One thing. See that's we need more of that. So Lyte just gave some good direction to Kamikaze as to what's about to happen. If you play the game with that mentality the whole game, you know, it gives them a direction as to okay, this is what we're focused on doing. We're gonna resupply the commander next or whatever. A big thing that happens is that, and again, like we have instances where people were dying out, like the resupply were dying out all the time, is that people are forgetting that they need to resupply each other.
Just look that way.
Oh.
So you see here, the one thing I have against this is that the ammo. I mean, I suppose there's no proper position, but
again, I don't know why it wasn't working.
The ammo, like being taken down and stuff like that. It obviously now, Commander, I was waiting for a resub and he was down for doubles. Yes, I could have got medic. Live refreshed, but like ideally doubles, because then you got to now wait another step, I suppose, to get ammo.
Well, what are the resub on?
13 for Cammy. So he's getting lower.
In this instance, maybe you jackpot should be actually where the rest players.
So Lyte's almost. He's on 5, so you're on a crit at this point.
How did I lose 3 lives? I was on.
No. Lyte is on.
No, that was
No, he's at shots. He's on 17 lives.
Jeez, man, I was like,
Sorry,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Having a moment.
Because Paranoia hasn't dropped yet, has he? He's still pleading.
See, he's still taking hits, and like we're going. We need. Oh damn, he's down.
Yeah. But not just that. Like,
There we go.
there we go. So he's moved back now. So we've got two, 3 hits back. Where normally you would send out, if the commander's back, you would normally send out a
No, I have my gun.
I think
heavy to go attack.
I think I wanted jackpot to at least get something before I went.
Yeah, so what happened just then is that you step back in the line of fire and Lyte reset you instead of them getting a double on Jack. So, yeah, having 2-3 hits back makes things a little awkward.
See, and also having, excuse my language, having the balls to tell Commander go out, hit, and come back and like 5 or 6, takedowns, and and then basically put some pressure back on the other team.
Yeah.
Like as a resub, I know sometimes it's hard to do, but just to tell people, obviously if they crit, it's a bit hard, but go out, take a couple shots, then come back.
Well, like a lot of the time, you'll notice that guys will be full on lines and just be needing shots, or or vice versa. They'll be full on shots and almost full on lines, so they're standing there, and take another 2 or 3 resets.
So we've just gone up. Like Green's just gone upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Did nukes happen to take up upstairs?
No.
They're dropping now. Jackpot activated a nuke.
Yeah, so
We
he's
just
just dropped his
upstairs.
first and the second.
But
So
what
we
happened
actually
was they
took
got
up.
flushed.
They got flushed, so they
Well,
all
there was
pushed
only
on
like-
us extremely
I think
hard.
there was
So
only
we
2.
left.
I think it was like Heavy and me.
Yeah,
And as
that
soon
was
as
annoying.
Heavy went down, I
Yeah,
think I just went the other direction
clogged
to
up,
get out.
Yeah.
Just because the our armor wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, we can't
So
defend it.
here comes the counter nukes from Paranoia. We're a little late, but we do end up taking back upstairs. So
At
there's
this point is the heavy. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm telling them where to go if they come up.
Yeah.
So this is like not they're
Now, what
coming
would you
up, it's
say?
if they come up.
Yeah.
and here we come.
So we spoke a little bit about this, but to elaborate on what King just said, not only have a plan of, okay, if they come up, we're going to X place, but also, if I yell flush, that's your cue to do that action. So not just okay, as soon as they come up, we freak out and run away. As a heavy, you should be calling flush, and the resub should be clicking to that straight away and moving to wherever the flush point is. So basically what you said, and then some.
The other point about it is if they can get around the corner and actually not get taken down, the heavy can get rid of them, then they can't have just ran off. They need to actually be there to then come back in.
Yeah.
So at this point they've just lost Kamikaze. So this is another instance of the ammo going out before the medic.
Which shouldn't happen. Like,
Because you guys had a solid 32 minutes to heal each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Because I noticed when you guys were back in Green Disco, there weren't too many doubles on your guys' cells.
yeah, that's what I was saying before,
Yeah.
like taking advantage of the downtime to make sure that you're getting each other.
Yeah. Because when those nukes drop, it's almost too late,
Yeah.
Because if you've got 2 or 3 resets off you now and then, yeah.
With that as well, it's whoever the dominant resupply is. In this case, it's Lyte. It's your responsibility to make sure that if you've got
Then a shot.
No, I shot your backplate. This didn't work.
Yeah.
But
yeah, missed shot.
I was like,
yeah, so you make sure that we're down. When we come up, we're going to get this person and then each other, and then you execute that order.
So something we mentioned on earlier was the fact that as a medic, if you're shooting and resupplying and hitting, you're actually not using shots.
Yeah. But you still need shots.
But you still need at least one shot to be able to shoot.
Yeah. So Lyte's currently on 3, and if you keep an eye on him shooting his own team, resupplying his own team, you'll notice that his shot count doesn't change.
So that raises an interesting strategy question for a medic. If you know your shot's critical, is it better to make sure you're not burning them, taking out enemy players?
100%.
Like if you run into a heavy, should you just let him take the hit on you and run away, or
100%?
Yeah, I think it maybe depends on. Okay, so that's Lyte getting killed out, but I think that depends on
Game scenario.
Yeah, what's happening in the game.
Right.
So in this case, with only 3 or 1 or 2 shots or however, you should probably be resupplying to allow your team to finish the game without getting the elim.
Because with the ammo dying out when he did,
there's enough shots around.
Yeah, that's right, except obviously with Ninja Jack. Who has none.
Chen.
But he's got 3 missiles, so you can potentially do something with that.
Yeah. And he managed to get the nuke out.
Well, in this circumstance, I guess like Jack could hang around with King and like you just be like 2 big guys, just be like, I'll take hits for you.
Well, there's a lot of time like if your medic gets killed out, and I think that we've got a medic game. Oh, this is the medic. If your medic dies out, and you're on low lives as a 3 hit, having your ammo there to reset your hit count, saves lives.
Oh yeah, massively so.
And here's me, just slowly losing points because I can't do anything.
Damn.
I just lost 200 points. And I think that's important is, okay, Kamikaze did die out, but at least it was only with like 2 minutes to go. Like, I suppose that's not as bad as, like, say, if there's 6 minutes. Like, if there's 6 minutes to go, well, then that's going to be probably an elim against green team, so there is you need a balance.
And your team still managed to come out on top.
That's right.
Despite that. So.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing is that you got the win. Alright, cool.
Alright, thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you again for more.
Latest.
Well,